Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are currently in Gridania to begin the Pictomancer job. The joy of Pictomancy. Matron, help me. One more complaint this day and I swear... Forgive me my ramblings, but please tell me you haven't come to make a complaint. I haven't. Is something amiss? Well, I should warn you that a moogle has been making a nuisance of himself here in Gridania. The pumped pest has been harassing adventurers in an attempt to rope them into some painting endeavor. Despite the lack of interest, he refuses to give up. You're an adventuring sort, are you not? If so, you would be wise to give that moogle a wide berth. Unless you are the artistic adventuring sort, I suspect he's still loitering by Everett Plaza, if my tales pique your interest. A moogle. You there, Kupo? Would you like to do some painting? Not ordinary painting, mind you. Magic painting, where your work comes to life. Your imagination's the limit. Ah, Kupo-nuts. Why won't anyone give me a chance? They could do so much good with the power of Pictomancy. I might be interested in learning more about Pictomancy. What did you say, Kupo? You're not pulling my palm, are you? You wish to know more about Pictomancy, truly? I do. Hooray, hooray! The name is Kupopo, and I'm extremely pleased to meet you, Kupo. I'm the inheritor of a Pictomancer soul crystal, and I seek a creative individual who can carry on this arcane artistry. A history lesson is in order. Ahem. Pictomancy was conceived some 1500 years ago, in the dusk of the 5th Astral Era. While other schools of magic that originated during that period, such as Black and White, are expressions of a caster's will, Pictomancy relies on something even more abstract: the imagination. By channeling Aether into a concept held in their mind's eye, a Pictomancer can give form to the formless. I don't know how that works. It's a bit tricky to wrap your head around, I know. And that's precisely why the great Archon Realm, founder of Pictomancy, incorporated the painter's tools into our art. A gifted artist as well as a mage, Realm took up the brush instead of a staff, and wielded aether like paint to give shape to her imaginings. In this way was Pictomancy born, a magical discipline unlike any other, Kupo. Now, Realm was a charitable soul and never ever used her power for self-serving ends. She dedicated her life to aiding and defending those in need. During the War of the Magi, Realm traveled the land and saved countless people with her Pictomancy, and it was for those deeds that she earned a place among the 12 Archons. So how about it? Would you like to take up the Archon's noble legacy and become, dare I say it, a Realm Reborn? Sure, sounds interesting. Wonderful, Kupo. Your enthusiasm warms my heart. As I have only one soul crystal, however, I must ensure that I entrust it to the right person. Therefore, before I grant you this dazzling opportunity, I require that you attend a job interview. Seek me out at the Callahan Canopy, and be sure to come prepared with your fanciest Pictomancy... Pictomanciest answers for my flurry of very professional questions. There you are. I would have invited you to my cozy little hovel and put out tea and biscuits. Except I don't have your cozy little hovel, or any home to speak of, for that matter. Such is the life of an itinerant moogle kupo. I haven't a guild to my name either, so I can't order us tea and biscuits, but we can avail ourselves of a table. Ahem. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce the interview commenced, Kubo. Let's begin with the basics. Might I have your full name? I'm Desiree Klingor. 'Tis a fine name, well met, Desiree Klingor. Right, on to the next question. What do you consider your primary vocation? I'm between jobs at the moment. Oh, I apologize if I ask a sensitive question. But take heart, my friend. If you pass my interview, you'll become a certified Pictomancer and overwhelm shall ooh and ah at you. And moving along to the next question, how would you rate your artistic abilities? Above average, perhaps? That's just fine, Kubo. For Pictomancer's most vital asset isn't their artistic skill, but their vivid imagination. Speaking of imagination, let's try and put yours to work. Tell me the first thought that enters your mind when you hear the word moogle. Very little shites. Fluffiness and fun. Ah yes, from the fluffy fur to the merry mannerism, I can fairly see the moogle in your mind wheeling winsomely in the air. Yours is a rich imagination, Kupo. Now, this next question is very important. Someone's in trouble. What do you do? Speak with him first to gauge the problem. That is indeed a prudent approach, Kupo. If I may ask a follow-up question, can you share a recent example when you approached a soul in distress? Come again? A hero who's been inundated with complaints about my Pictomancy pitches? Oh dear, that's rather disheartening, Kupo. But this isn't about me. What's important is that you are not one to ignore the plight of another. That willingness to serve a greater purpose and emulate Archon Realm's example is the key to becoming a truly talented Pictomancer. Having considered your answers, I reckon you have what it takes to become a capable Pictomancer. I'm so relieved I found you, Kupo. I deem you worthy of a soul crystal. However, I should warn you that it comes with some proverbial strings attached. A bit of emotional baggage, too. You see, several moons ago, I got into a terrible argument with my best friend. We went our separate ways and I've not seen her since. I wish I could meet her again. Tried to reconcile more than anything. So if we hear aught of her doing our journey together, I'd like you to lend me a helping hand. Alright. If you're still willing to train as a Pictomancer, with this condition in mind, then the soul crystal is yours. Just say the word, Kupo. So you still wish to be a Pictomancer? In full acceptance of my conditions? Yes? And as promised, I bestow upon you the soul crystal. And to help you get started, I've prepared a set of equipment. Hopefully it fits, Kupo. Pictomancer unlocked. Okay, this is my first attempt at a Pictomancer setup. I don't know how it will work out because I have never played Pictomancer before. So, mind over mana. Very nice. Now you literally embody the soul of a Pictomancer, Kupo. While a Pictomancer's brush may look like a big paintbrush, it is in fact a stylized variety of staff. That said, you're probably wondering why we don't just use staffs. Put simply, it's much easier to bring your imagination to life through the medium of art. Magic brushes and ink allow a Pictomancer to express abstract thoughts in a deliberate manner, Kupo. As I mentioned though, it's ultimately your imagination that matters the most. For with the wisdom of Pictomancer's past at your disposal, you already possess the artistic skills you require. Now, as much as I would love for you to get to painting right away, there's something else we must do first. We must go to Novika's altar and apologize to the hero you mentioned. And by we, I mean me. Off we go, Kupo. Good, hero. For the love of the elementals, no more complaints. Beg your pardon, adventurer, but moogle there, is that perhaps... Indeed, I'm the one who caused you so much trouble. It wasn't my intention to do so, and I've come to beg forgiveness, Kupo. I see. As you appear to be genuinely remorseful, all I ask is that you refrain from aggressive solicitations henceforth, agreed? You have my word, Kupo. Now that I've found a capable Pictomancer, my soliciting days are over. I'm relieved to hear that. With this matter settled, I may turn my attention to another situation. Oh, and what situation might this be? Distressing noises come from an empty manor in the gentry ward. Fiends are believed to be haunting the cellar, and their nightly clamor is keeping the surrounding residents awake. Fiends, you say? There's you a deal with them, Kupo. Remember, it's in the spirit of a Pictomancer to lend a helping hand, to shine the light of hope for those in need. This is also a welcome opportunity to put your newfound skills to the test. Rest assured, I'll be there to offer sage advice every wing flap of the way. The offer of aid is kind indeed, and I accept it with thanks. The Gentry's Ward is situated just past Apkalu Falls. Proceed when you're ready. And ready we are, aren't we, Desiree? Let the Pictomancy training begin, Kupo. You've learned all Pictomancer skills and traits to level 80. Well, thanks again, and take care. Alright, Kupo. The Gentry Ward lies beyond these gates. Are you ready to put your skills to the test, Kupo? I'm ready to paint up a storm. Excellent, time to clear out that mana, Kupo. Here we are. I sense monsters lurking below. But before we charge in, allow me to expound upon the fundamentals of Pictomancy. You must first paint a motif on canvas. Only then can you bring it to life. Try making a pom motif. Go on, don't be shy. Well done, Kupo. Now to unleash it upon your foes. Focus your magics on that striking dummy and summon your pom muse. Arms away! Splendid work, Kupo. Now next, give me your best wing motive. Very good, Kupo. Now you may invoke your winged muse against our friend the striking dummy. Which is what? Where did I put it? Winged muse is the same button, okay. With palms and wings fresh in your mind, I want you to imagine what these muses could accomplish together. By fusing them, you give life to a fantastical moogle, Kupo. Think big, magnificent thoughts and envision your new friend, Mock of the Ages. Oh. Excellent, Kupo. He may not be as winsome as yours truly, but he should serve you well enough. Aside from a moogle, a hammer stamp is an excellent alternative to pummeling foes. But if you wish to provide support, I recommend inspiring your allies with a starry muse. Never stop dreaming up those motives, Kupo. Your allies will thank you and your enemies won't know what hit them. It takes some getting used to, so feel free to experiment, Kupo. I'll be here when you're ready. Alright, I think I have enough. All set, Kupo? When it's time, we silence that noise. The infestation is worse than I expected. We should clear these ones out first. Let's make a lesson of it. By casting spells of different hues, your palette will begin storing ether. With a sufficient saturated palette, you may avail yourself to the subtractive palette's increased might. The palette gauge will fill when performing single target combos starting with fire in red. Areas of effect combos starting with fire 2 in red will also fill the palette. When the palette gauge reaches 50, you'll be able to use subtractive palette. While it's active, you'll be able to cast stronger Aether use spells. You had natural with that subtractive palette, Kupo. It seems you're scared of the stragglers as well. Let's head further in. Oh no, that's an obnoxious noise maker, Kupo. Since you've grasped the basics, I leave you to your Pictomancy. Show that Spriggan what for. Painting a motif takes concentration, Kupo. Time your brush strokes wisely. If your enemy's movements begin to overwhelm, bring one of your muses to life. Good enough for a first attempt. Well done, Desiree. I knew you'd make an excellent Pictomancer from the first. I have a soul crystal to thank for that. Such a show of skill, yet you remain so humble. I tip my palm to you, Kupo. In any case, with those clamorous fiends gone for good, the residents can rest easy once more. But come, let's quit this place. The dampness doesn't agree with my fur. Allow me to congratulate you on a successful first outing, Desiree. The Pictomancers of Eld would be proud. Though you may yet be a novice of the art, as a veteran adventurer you've grasped the fundamentals quickly, as well you should, Kupo. Archon Realm didn't urge her disciples to roam the star for their own amusement, you know. She wished for them to intimately understand the wider world, to journey to lands unknown and savor every discovery, to revel in sensations, emotions, and yes, even in danger. For these experiences enrich the palette of the imagination, making one's Pictomancy all the more vibrant, Kupo. You are returned. I began to worry and came to see whether all was well. I hope you've dealt with the fiends. Wonderful. Wonderful. With this, all outstanding matters of concern have been addressed. And like the residents of Gentry's ward, I too may sleep soundly once more. You both have my heartfelt gratitude. May the matron keep you wheresoever you should go. Did you see how happy we made him? That's the power of Pictomancy for you. And this is only the beginning. As part of your training, you and I shall travel near and far, searching for those in need, just as Archon Realm once did. But you mustn't forget our promise either. Before we take to the road, I'd like to see if the locals know anything about my friend. In the meantime, I bid you dedicate yourself to owning your skills, Kupo. Good. And that was the introduction to the Pictomancer. I think next time we will see where this goes. And until next time, I say, I'm Mason. Don't get lost.